So this is a story that we've been following for a couple months. It's not Johnny, but it is a quote-unquote chaos type streamer that we have been hoping and praying would be punished. And it seems from the last video that we saw that maybe he might get it. And now, the next chapter. Yes, Revan. It is Mr. Deep Fryer poisoning food at Walmart asshat that is supposedly looking at facing up to 16 years in prison for his prank. So, the next chapter in this story, let's see where this goes.
This TikToker is now facing a maximum of 16 and a half years in prison for his reckless behavior for social media attention. I mean, the dude has been in court 3 times in the last few weeks, and while he's not in prison yet, it seems like he might be soon. As it really hasn't been long since I uploaded my last video on Wolfie covering, when he bug sprayed the produce section at a Walmart in Mesa, Arizona.
Albrecht, do not insult us nerds by equating him to this ass fuck. He's an ass fuck. We shall call him as such.
What a true brilliant stunt to not only do, but also film and upload for the whole world to see. But as you would expect, not long after he posted all this to his Instagram and TikTok, he was arrested by Mesa police because who would have thought poisoning the produce section in Walmart, filming it, and uploading it to the internet would get you arrested? I guess he didn't. This is like the most obvious.
Yeah, because the argument that has been made, I don't think anybody in chat made the argument about it. Maybe it was other people I'd seen, or maybe Atozy had said something in the original video, is they cleared out all of the produce, and when he did it, it was at late at night when it was not a high shopping time. There were not a lot of people shopping at the time, and so that's why they made it out to seem like it's not as bad as it could have been. But here's the thing. How long did it take for Walmart to be told about it or catch on to it that this had been done? What was the time delay between him spraying poison on all of the food and then Walmart discovering it and clearing all of it out? How many people may have actually potentially purchased that food, bought it, took it home, and ate it before Walmart found out about this? That's never, like, the excuse is like, oh, he did it at a slow time. There were still fucking customers in the store. You don't know if someone's just gonna get a wild hair about grabbing some fucking produce and say, you know what, that looks good, I want to grab one, and take it home and eat it. It's not like Walmart would be able to track them down saying, hey, you got poison. Your food may possibly be contaminated, don't eat it. But that's the insane part, is like making up any excuse for how this is not like a biological attack essentially is fucking crazy. Well, I mean, Emperor, if it was actually at war, yes. Outside of war, it could be considered a biological terrorist attack, theoretically speaking. And it's like, I'm curious what they're actually going to charge him with.
Thing to never do for 99.9999999% of society, but I guess there's always that one guy. But things have been moving so fast.
Oh shit, I was looking sideways. What'd that say?
But I guess there's always that one guy.
Your unemployed friend on a Tuesday afternoon. Okay.
But things have been moving so fast that at this point the man has already been called to court 3 times for 3 different reasons, as he keeps getting into more trouble. So the charges are just stacking from his past behavior because the dude essentially opened the Pandora's box with that video.
Wait, December 19th at 8:30 p.m. Okay, 8:30 p.m. is not that late. That is not at all late. There are still plenty of shoppers at 8:30 p.m., especially in produce. So that excuse of, oh, it was late at night is bullshit. 100% bullshit. And, like, especially with bananas. How, do you have any idea how many parents that take their kids grocery shopping with them will grab a banana to give to their child to eat in the shopping cart while they're walking around Walmart? I've seen this happen all the time. That they what that they'll just give their kids a banana to munch on. And yeah, the rotisserie chicken too. Did he spray grapes, Raven? I missed the grapes. If you sprayed the grapes, yeah, how many people plucked off a grape to try it before buying the bundle? Yeah, it's like every excuse, like of, oh, it's the time, there's not, well, any excuse is fucking wrong. Let me just make it very point blank. If you make any excuse for his actions here of how, oh, it's not as dangerous as you make it sound to be, fuck you if you say. Fuck you if you try and minimize someone literally poisoning food that anybody could just take and then die. Go and fuck yourself with that logic. Not that any of you in chat have saying it. I'm talking about like people like on the internet. Like no one in chat did that. No one, no, absolutely no one in chat has said this. But then, oh, excuse me. But like commentators have, I can't remember if Atozy, I think Atozy in his last video said that people were remarking, on like the TikTok video about the time of day and that it wasn't so bad. No one in my community, at least, said it.
Now, they might decide to penalize him for all the other felonies and misdemeanors that he's filmed himself committing for attention on TikTok that we've also covered here on this channel. What's ironic is the first video I posted on this guy, probably like 6 months ago, I opened that video saying, in quote, this TikToker is about to be thrown in prison for his content.
This TikTok prankster is about to get thrown in prison for his recent content.
And well, 6 months later, that might be the case soon.
Yeah, but it may not be for. Yes, he may get from prison soon. Look how long it took to get there. Okay? That's one thing I'm going to point out. Look at how long it took to get where we are with this guy going to prison. That is the frustrating part. Like, just to get to the point where he is in court facing a judge and potential prison time, look at what it took to get him there. How many crimes did he commit before finally getting thrown in front of a judge? And they say he's been in court 3 times. I kind of want to know what charges are the total 3. One, obviously, for the Walmart stuff. What are the other 2? I hope until he says something about it, because I really want to know what the other 2 charges are.
One of the new updates is some new charges, and one of them would be for third-degree burglary at Bosa Donuts. So here we have Charles Smith, aka Wolfie Coletti. He had to spend Christmas in jail after the judge working on his case increased his bond by $10,000 for separate crimes.
Nice.
So that...
Wait, hang on, I explained that. Charles Smith, the 27-year-old social media influencer. Fuck this word. I fucking hate this word. He is not a goddamn influencer. He is a menace, he's a criminal, and he's a fucking biological terrorist. He is not a goddamn influencer. And I fucking hate this word in general. When I've posted my videos before, and I've lambasted people for being quote-unquote influencers, people in my YouTube comments have actually said, but Ember, you're streaming. You're on YouTube. I'm sorry, but that makes you an influencer. No, it doesn't. Okay, influencer, by its very fucking definition, is someone on social media that influences, or at least tries to, trends. I am not trying to influence any kind of trend whatsoever, but people are so fucking brain rotted these days that, like, fucking everything these days, influencer is a blanket term now. People just use this as a blanket term for content creator. And unfortunately, content creators are getting labeled as influencers. An influencer on its face has a negative connotation to it. Like, am I a content creator? Yes. Yes, I am considered a content creator, or Cortanis, yes, an entertainer. Sure, I will accept entertainer. I am not an influencer. I am not influencing anything. Okay, I'm just speaking my mind and opinions about things. I am not a fucking influencer. So stop using this word. This word needs to go the fuck away. Get rid of it. It's become useless. Moving on. Known for posting various pranks. These are not pranks, these are criminal acts. On his TikTok and Instagram pages is facing a hard dose of reality after a judge ordered him to pay a $10,000 bond on separate felony burglary charges. I'm curious which one's the burglary. I don't think we've seen videos of him actually committing burglary. Although it depends on how they're defining it. I will say, it absolutely does depend on how they're defining burglary in this case.
Increased his bond by $10,000 for separate crimes. To that, Wolfie said in his interview with police that he performs these pranks, and he actually refers them as pranks, which is absolutely insane.
Silver? I won't call that influencing. I would much prefer if you guys try to do better for yourselves because of being a part of this community. I won't call that I prefer to be considered inspiring, not influencing. Influencing has a negative connotation to it. I would much prefer it be that I am inspiring you to try and be better individuals and to strive for better things for yourself. I would definitely prefer to be considered an inspirer or an inspiration versus far more than an influence. Because influencer kind of means that, like, I'm sort of mind tricking you. And I'm not trying to mind trick anybody.
And which is why I always refer to them as pranks with the quotation marks, because I would never refer to them as pranks. But clearly, some people sadly do. But he said in an interview with the police that he does these pranks with people as to troll for social media. The dude is 27 years old, and he films himself harassing people in public, and he essentially goes, "We do a little trolling." Okay, buddy, have fun in jail. But what makes things worse for him is he says the increase in bond, that wouldn't be a problem because he earns...
Wait, during his interview, police Smith said he performs these pranks as a troll for social media and earns between $6,000 and $10,000 a month from posting these kinds of videos. Unfortunately, he's probably right about that because social media is full of dumbasses that will pay thousands of dollars for people to act like complete shitheads. Look at Johnny, look at Jack Dory. Yes, unfortunately, and this is why, when it comes to these fucksticks, you have to look at not only the content creator, but his or her audience. That's one thing that I have harped on before, and I will fucking continue to harp on. Don't look at only the content creator, look at the audience. Because if the audience was not spurring them on and throwing fuck tons of money at them to do this, they would not keep doing it. Let's not fuck with it. People like this don't do this kind of activity for fun. They do it for two things. They do it for accolade and clout, and they do it for money. Never forget that. And so it's the audiences of these types of content creators that carry at least some of the blame for what is happening. Because if they had not been throwing money at him like this, he would very likely would not have done the majority of these pranks that are in fact criminal acts. So just remember that anytime a chaos streamer pulls shit like this, remember the audience, their audience, is just as culpable as the content creator.
Between $6,000 and $10,000 a month with his content on TikTok. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that's an insane amount of money for the content that he's doing. But if he's not lying, I mean, he really just started making a living off of being a burden to society. So I guess he's just become a crash out content creator who just disturbs people for a living and makes money off of either people donating to him or the ad revenue he gets on his videos. So I guess he just kind of joins Johnny Somali and the other bums of his niche. But back to his new burglary charges, despite the increased bond supposedly not being a problem for him, during one of his last visits to court, Coletti asked the judge if he could leave the jail to feed his dog, and he promised to return as soon as he made sure that he was fine and well. Well, that doesn't sound like a request from someone who claims the bail was like nothing. Why don't you just bail out, bud?
Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah.
I do. I have a pet at the house, and we live alone, and she hasn't been able to eat in like 6 days. I was wondering if I have any assets of going home and promising to return.
What? I'm sorry. He has a. Did he say if it was a dog or a cat?
Do you have any questions for me?
I do. I have a pet at the house, and we live alone.
I have a pet. An unknown pet of some kind. He's not even specifying the species. And that animal. Okay, you guys are saying poor dog. We don't know if it's a dog. That's the thing. He's saying I have a pet. Nothing specific. It could be a dog. It could be a cat. It could be a fucking fish. It could be a snake. It could be a reptile, another reptile of some type. We don't know. Well, okay. Andrea, I assume nothing. I assume nothing. This is coming out of his own mouth. I have a pet. Now, is he going to clarify in a second? Possibly. He may clarify, possibly. But your pet has been alone for 6 fucking days? Like, why was this not something you brought up fucking immediately? You're bragging, oh, I can bail out, no problem, but you're in fucking jail scrubs. And you've been away from home, presumably in jail for 6 days, and this is the first fucking time that you're bringing up you have an animal in your home that may be starving? Number one, either you're an absolute shit pet owner, and there's a strong possibility that this pet may be dead, or 2, you're lying. So, what I'm hoping the judge is going to say to him is, cool, call someone to go over to your house and feed your pet. But we'll see what the judge says.
And she hasn't been able to eat in like 6 days. I was wondering if I have any assets of going home and promising to return to court the next court date.
So you already have a bond in the other case, and so I can't control that bond.
Yeah, don't film yourself poisoning the produce section at Walmart if you have dependents? That is horrifying. There's actually beings out there that are living and
Yeah, so Atozy might have said, I don't even remember. Hang on, did Atozy actually say something about a dog?
fine and well. Well, that doesn't sound like a promise to return, as he asked the judge if he could leave the jail to feed his dog, and he
Okay, to feed his dog according to Fox 10 Phoenix. But I mean, we never heard him say dog in that. He just said, I have a pet. He never said dog, which is, like, Popper confirmed. Well, I mean, it's as reported by Fox News, so it's just so odd that when asking a judge, you say, I have a pet at home. Why would you not just say, I have a dog at home? Now, can a dog survive for 6 days without food? Yes. Because probably what's going to end up happening is that dog is probably going to be, if it is a dog, exactly my point, Andrea. That's exactly my point. If it is a dog, that dog has undoubtedly ripped open the cupboards and has started going through all of his food. Now the water, that's also an additional issue. God only fucking knows.
Him to live. But of course, that request was denied. And it's just depressing because, like, if it was so important to him and if he really cared that much about the dog, he should have thought twice before doing all of this and recording all of this and posting it on the internet. Hopefully, someone close to him saw that and went and saved the dog. But even though the court paperwork is sealed and we do not have access to the full content, there is actually one extra positive thing to the story because the judge has already determined that even if Charles Smith or Wolfie manages to post bail and get out without further ado, he's still going to be prohibited from posting to social media. So that means for as long as this trial goes on, even if he gets out of jail, he can't post content. And then to make things even worse for this guy, you know, he was just bragging about his $6,000 to $10,000 a month income. Well, that's been deleted. His TikTok account is now banned. His income was just
about fucking time. Thank fucking God TikTok booted his ass. Now, that being said, he can very, very easily change over to any number of other avenues. He can go on, well, he probably won't be able to go on Twitch. Twitch will boot him off in a heartbeat for doing this kind of shit. He can go on YouTube. He can go on Rumble. He can go on fucking Twitter with this shit. So, just because he got booted off of TikTok doesn't mean what it used to. Just remember that. Yeah, Cortanas, they do, and they flout it at every turn. Okay? The only reason why Johnny Somali got booted off of YouTube when he was doing his chaos streaming, the only reason he got booted off YouTube is because someone hacked his channel and played actual porn on it. And that's what caused his YouTube to get deleted. Not his chaos streaming. So yes, every platform has TOS about blatantly illegal behavior. The enforcement of said TOS is not exactly reliable. Okay?
Thanos snapped as soon as he could brag about it. And then if you look at his other accounts.
And yes, I'm pausing a lot. In Broken Spine, Tick is actually being much better about locking in their TOS for shit like that than Twitch is. Because Kick actually banned Jack Doherty for the shit that he did with his supercar. When Jack Doherty did that illegal shit with his supercar that got into a massive wreck, Kick went bye-bye and booted him off the platform. And so Jack Doherty went to Twitch. And I don't know if he's still on Twitch or if he's changed over to YouTube entirely, but Tick is like making moves to try and actually be a legit competitor to Twitch. So they're actually maybe trying to do scruples now.
Sounds like his Instagram and backup TikTok, all the posts there, it's just a bunch of people roasting him for his behavior, which is extremely deserved because, like, the dude walks around and harasses.
Wait. What was that last one? Cute girl probably smarter than because she's not arrested. What the fuck is this vomit? What is this this dyslexic shit I'm looking at right here. Cute girl probably smarter than because she's not arrested, unlike you. Chat, did I just have a stroke? I think I just had a stroke reading that. Fully fuck, I've lost brain cells from reading that comment. You literally videoed yourself in a store spraying bug spray poison on food, and you're saying someone else is slow as fuck. Okay, I don't know
Harasses
context.
innocent random people that are just minding their own business. That's his whole shtick.
Do you need help?
I'm good, thank you. I'm going so much.
Why are you just like dragging out on the ground?
Because I couldn't afford a cart. They said I need to give them something valuable, but I don't have anything valuable, so
You're not that smart, are you?
I'm trying my best, bro.
Okay, just all right. How far you gotta go?
All the way down there, but I'll be fine.
All right, yeah, gotcha. Hey, be real. That girl that's dragging that box down there, you think she's uneducated?
I have no idea about that. She's a strong, independent woman.
Okay, word. That girl's slow as fuck.
At least she didn't.
Oh, that was Wolfie! Oh!
Okay, word. That girl's slow as fuck.
Yeah, okay, confirmed he's got a dog. There's his dog. Oh, God. Yeah, the comment was about the girl. Okay, that's starting to make more sense. Because where he said, let's see. So, let's read the comments again. Tornado, I'm scared. You're not the brightest either. Not knowing bug spray could land you in prison would make person appear slow AF. Pumpkin got fried, bro got cooked. Damn, he threw that pumpkin just like they threw him in jail. Okay, he's talking about he's throwing pumpkins. Cute girl probably smarter than because she's not arrested. Okay, now I've got context for this. Okay, literally be yourself and you're saying someone else slow as fuck. Okay, so now I've got context. And why do I feel like this is staged? Okay, chat, I want you to watch this interaction again. Tell me this doesn't feel staged to you, okay? Listen to the conversation.
Do you need help?
I'm good, thank you. I'm going so much.
Why are you just like dragging out on the ground?
Because I couldn't afford a cart. They said I need to give them something valuable, but I don't have anything valuable, so
You're not that smart, are you?
I'm trying my best, bro.
Okay, just all right. How far you gotta go?
All the way down there, but I'll be fine.
All right, yeah, gotcha. Hey, be
That seems staged. That's not the reaction of a normal person. Even for a college girl who is, quote, strong, independent woman, that entire reaction felt 100% fake. I did not buy that at all. Maybe she's like, okay, this guy is a creep, and I'm just want him to get away from me. That is entirely possible. But I don't know. Something about that interaction. Yeah, exactly. Like, her not like showing that, okay, you calling me not smart looks, it, the look on her face, like where she's kind of like, when he said that, maybe she was trying to avoid conflict, but it felt off. Rambo just walks up, start talking, she's trying to get away. Well, Green Matter, that is entirely possible. Girl looks familiar. She looks almost exactly like a girl who saw a DUI video who was one of those woke ninnies. Well, Andrew, unfortunately, that doesn't nail it down. Yeah, and like saying I want to get away from him, like there are people around. She is in a public space, and there are people around. And I'm guessing there's even more because he's commenting to these guys about her. So I don't know. It just like that whole interaction feels really fucking off.
Be real. That girl that's dragging that box down there, you think she's uneducated?
I have no idea about that. She's a strong, independent woman.
Okay, word. That girl's slow as fuck.
At least she didn't film herself committing a bunch of crimes. So the top comment is, look at you sitting in jail. I'm sure that uneducated girl is now getting the last laugh at your slow
Probably.
ass.
Can't attend you here and now as I'd like me, but just try to stay out of my way. Just try. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Okay. Oh, fuck. How this man has not gotten his ass kicked is beyond me. This is new to me, yes.
I love how nonchalant they actually were to his antics there. At least that was infinitely better than him dumping a bunch of ice into it like he did previously.
Broken spine, unfortunately, we've talked about this before. They probably didn't stop him because if they did, they'd probably, like Cortana said, would have been fired. Employees at these businesses are under orders from the corporate that if you try to interfere with someone that is trying to do something like steal or do anything, you will get fired. We've talked about this before, and it fucking sucks because it's basically corporations are telling people to just let people do whatever the fuck. Well, Zed, the product is not worth your life. However, in the end, it's the employees that are gonna get, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't inspire any company. It doesn't inspire loyalty to the employees. The employees are just gonna say like, well, fuck it. I don't fucking care. And the people that do it, 9 times out of 10, 90% of the time that people like these commit crimes like this, they get away with it. This guy is different because he's stupidly videotaping himself all the time, but the majority of the time they do shit like this, they get away with it. And so all these guys are learning is I can do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, and when he goes in, like, we're about to see him dump ice into, like, what we're about to see here is, like, the last one was he put a pumpkin in the deep fryer. Like Atozy said, that's not as bad. It's a solid fruit that he's putting into the deep fryer. They can very easily, pull the baskets away and scoop the pumpkin out, and that one is more annoying than dangerous. This, what we're about to see, is fucking dangerous. This one. This is fucking dangerous.
Let's talk closer to that girl. Hey.
Okay? That can cause an eruption and or a fucking fire and kill people. Okay? At the bare minimum, it's going to cause boiling hot fucking grease to erupt out of the fryer and flood the entire area. Why? He needs to get his ass kicked. The minute they saw him walking towards the fryer with a bag of ice in his hand, they should have fucking dogpiled him. Dogpile him, beat the fuck out of him, and then call the police saying, a man just tried to kill us. Well, and Tanito, that's the thing. And Tanito, I understand why you say that. I do understand. Like, I do not, that is kind of a staple with security guards. Security guards don't guard anything anymore. They are understanding orders to observe only and call police. And I I do not begrudge any security guard that basically is just like, I'm not doing fuck all except protecting myself. Some criminal can do whatever the hell they want. I understand why that's the mentality. And it's because if you do try and step in, you are the one that's going to get screwed over. So I absolutely appreciate that mentality. It's you need to save your own ass instead of saving the corporates because a corporation is going to bury you in a heartbeat before helping it. So like I understand the mentality. Now and you know, like I said, security guards are understanding orders now that you don't do anything. You're literally just there with a phone and that's it. They're not even a detriment. They're not even a deterrent, Shadows. Unarmed security are not a deterrent. Because everybody knows these days that unarmed security will not do anything. Okay. Okay, Andrea, we might look. Yeah, unarmed security it is not even a deterrent because it is widely known now that unarmed security guards will not do anything. Because if they do something, they get fired. And they're not gonna basically risk their job for anyone. Yeah. Exactly, Kanito. They say call the cops, just observe, call the cops, and don't do anything else. And do not expect the cops to show up for about an hour, take down bullshit info, and nothing will ever happen.
But before his TikTok was deleted, we did see him make videos with this other guy who we've also covered on this channel a few times before. And this guy was also facing prison time for his TikTok content. I think if I remember correctly, he was facing actually 3 years. And this was for his abomination of what he calls TikTok content, like videos like this.
Think you might be spare change by any chance?
You want something for the I could get you a $5 gift.
If you could, it'd be a blessing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What's your name?
My name is Fun.
Fanya, I'm Trey. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you so much for giving me that food. I want to give you this rock. Now, if you didn't give me any money to get food, I would have with that rock. But I want to say life's about choices. And you made a valuable choice and the correct choice.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? And my sweet fuck, he literally just threatened them. He literally just threatened this couple that if they hadn't given him money for food, he would have beat their brains in with a rock. What the actual fuck? Yeah, this is terroristic threats. He literally just committed terroristic threats. Yeah, Dwayne, like, it got bleeped out, but he said, if you didn't give me any money, like, if you didn't give me any money to get food, I would have killed you with that rock. And then he's like, you made the correct choice by buying me food so I didn't have to kill you. Uh-huh. Like, I don't know where this is taking place in, but fucking hell. The minute he said that, I'm immediately on the phone. It's like, I'm on the phone calling the police saying, we just had a man threaten to kill us. Right here. He's standing right here threatening to kill us with a rock. You need someone over here now. Well, considering he's apparently worked with Wolfie, it might be Arizona as well. It could be Mesa as well. Like, pranksters, and I say that with a fuck ton of quotes around it, need to get the ever-living shit beaten out of them when they pull this. Because notice, these two are the only ones around. There's no one else around. If he pulled this shit with anyone else around, that, were not what looked like a middle-class couple, they would have taken that camera from him and had him eat it with his asshole. So they're picking their targets very carefully.
Correct choice. You decided to spare money for that meal, and I decided.
What are you talking about, bro?
So super sweet. Sweet.
Serious? Bro, get your
Yeah,
You guys are really sweet, you know? I appreciate that.
How dare you, bro?
Thank you.
Yeah, seeing that video again.
she should have let him go. He's a big boy. He's a bigger guy than I thought. She should have let him go. She should not have held him back. No. She should have let him go. Because the only way guys like this guy taking the footage is gonna learn is when he gets the shit beaten out of him. That's the only way they learn. If he gets his ass kicked, well, Zeb, I don't know. My gut is saying, kick the shit out of him. That's my gut. Yeah, I mean, he acted like, you're... Well, yeah, Zeb, I appreciate that. But at the same time, he threatened their lives. So, especially in Arizona, correct me if I'm mistaken, is Arizona a stand your ground state? Because if it is, he has all the legal justification in the world to stomp this guy into the pavement. The fact that he said, I would kill you guys if you didn't give me that food, is all he needs to rock this guy's world. And legally, he would be fine. He might have to prove it in court, but legally, he would be fine.
No, I appreciate that.
How dare you, bro?
Thank you.
Yeah, seeing that video again did not make me like him more. I mean, these two TikTokers essentially going bar for the worst social media creator of the year. I guess we could say they're having a bit of a sociopath off, but he was let off with very little time. So maybe Wolfie or Charles Smith saw this as a...
Gore, you would absolutely make an argument in that situation that is self-defense. This man literally said, I would kill you if you didn't buy me that food. You made the right choice because I would have killed you if you hadn't. You could absolutely make a self-defense argument that you were in fear for your life. Because he literally threatened you. It depends on the lawyer. It depends on the lawyer if they can make the argument that it would be a mugging. But I would wager any defense lawyer for the victim in this case, if he were to get charged after beating the shit out of him, any defense lawyer would be able to get him acquitted. Especially with the wonderful video evidence that this jack-off is so kindly providing of his crimes.
Green light to continue making his content, but that case was actually in California. And now, Wolfie is facing the judge in Arizona. So
okay, that's starting to make more sense. He said, hang on.
Sociopath off, but he was let off with very little time. So maybe Wolfie or Charles Smith saw this as a green light to continue making his content. But that case was actually in California.
Okay, now it's making sense. So that wasn't in Arizona. That was in California. So now I appreciate that explains everything. That does. That explains, you cannot do fuck all to defend yourself in California without basically getting a hammer dropped on you. Okay. Now I fully understand and appreciate why that gentleman did not basically curb stomp that fucker into oblivion. I completely understand, and I do not fault the gentleman for restraining himself. I get it. Okay.
And now, Wolfie is facing the judge in Arizona, so Arizona might handle this very differently, but who knows? But other than that, Wolfie's last court appearance was around December 31st, and as this case unfolds, I'll probably keep covering it as we'll get to see what kind of penalties he actually gets. As of now, if you add all of his charges together, he's facing about 16 and a half years. Will he get that? Probably not, but also, a lot more charges can be added. So if you're new here, feel free to subscribe and I'll keep you guys updated on the laughably stupid events that happen on the internet, including this case. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Aye. Well, one thing's for sure, these videos never fail to get me fired up, do they, chat? Every day, I think of what Mike Tyson says. Y'all gotten way too comfortable talking out your ass and not getting a fist in the face for it.